Dementia doesn't begin with total memory loss. It's not overnight that someone forgets a child's face, the way home, or the smell of breakfast. It starts slow, like a forgetfulness that seems harmless, a word that slips away, a story told twice, a name that stubbornly won't come back. And that's where the danger lies, because the beginning is silent, almost invisible. The World Health Organization estimates that between 5 to 8% of people over 60 will develop dementia at some point in their lives. And many early symptoms go unnoticed, mistaken as just getting older. Studies show that about 60% of adults attribute these quiet signs to natural aging. That means by the time dementia becomes noticeable, it has already made significant progress. Quietly. But there's something that needs to be said, clearly and with hope. This path is not inevitable. The brain also deteriorates from neglect, from lack of nutrients, poor circulation, and insufficient stimulation. And just like a plant wilts without water, the mind weakens without the things that sustain it. You don't have to wait for the signs to become too strong. You can act early. You can nourish your memory, strengthen your neural connections, and protect your mind. Naturally. Today, you'll discover 5 natural supplements, scientifically backed, that help prevent dementia. Substances that feed the brain like roots supporting a strong tree, even as the years go by. Before we continue, leave us a comment telling us where you're watching from, and if you haven't yet, hit subscribe to the After 60 channel. Here, you'll find real paths to living with more clarity, independence, and presence. Now, let's talk about the first supplement, the one that acts like the very building block of memory. Supplement 1-DHA omega-3. If memory were a house, DHA would be the bricks. This substance, found mainly in deep-sea fish and certain algae, is one of the brain's main structural components. It's present in nerve cell membranes, helping maintain their integrity, communication, and vitality. Over time, DHA levels in the body tend to decrease, especially if you don't regularly consume DHA-rich foods. Without enough DHA, the brain starts to lose clarity, like an old electrical grid with frayed, poorly connected wires. Messages take longer to travel, some don't arrive at all, and that slowly turns into forgetfulness, confusion, and loss of focus. Studies show that people with adequate DHA levels have a lower risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. That's because DHA strengthens neuron flexibility and communication, allowing memories to form, be stored, and retrieved more easily. It's like rewiring an old house, with care, patience, and the right material. In this case, the material is DHA. You can find it in fish oil capsules or, for a plant-based option, in algae oil. What matters is ensuring the supplement contains high levels of DHA, not just generic omega-3, since this specific molecule is what benefits the brain directly. Starting with a daily dose, under professional guidance, could be the first step toward keeping your memory sharp, your neural connections strong, and your mind clear. Now, let's look at the next supplement, the one that acts like a true shield against deep FORGET, FULNESS. Supplement 2. Vitamin B12. Sometimes forgetfulness doesn't come from outside, but from within. And one of the most silent causes of memory loss after 60 is a vitamin B12 deficiency. It's not just a vitamin, it's a protective shield that insulates and guards your nerves, ensuring brain messages travel clearly. Without enough B12, electrical signaling between neurons breaks down. Thoughts slow down. Words hesitate. Memories blur. And the scariest part, often the person doesn't even notice, because the mind slows down gradually, quietly. That's why so many older adults live with low B12 levels for years without realizing it. And by the time symptoms show memory lapses, confusion, mental fatigue, the damage is already happening. The good news, this is one of the easiest deficiencies to correct. B12 is found naturally in animal-based foods like meat, eggs, and milk. But as we age, the body's ability to absorb B12 decreases even with a good diet. That's why, after 60, the best way to supplement is through methods that bypass digestion, like sublingual tablets that dissolve under the tongue and go straight to the bloodstream. In more severe cases, a doctor may recommend injections without B12, the mind slows down, and sometimes doesn't even realize it. With B12, it's like a wire regains its charge. Connection returns. So does clarity now that the shield is in place. Let's move on to the third supplement, the one that works like natural cleanup against the silent inflammation that erases memories. Supplement 3. Curcumin. If there's a flame that consumes the brain over time, it's inflammation. Not the visible kind with pain or fever, but a silent, chronic inflammation. Settles deep in the nervous system and gradually eats away at memory connections. That's where curcumin comes in. Curcumin is the main active compound in turmeric, the golden root used in traditional Eastern medicine for centuries. But it's more than a spice. It can cross the blood-brain barrier, something few natural substances can do. And once inside, it acts as a peacekeeper, extinguishing inflammation, clearing toxic waste, and creating a safer environment for neurons to survive and communicate. Recent studies show curcumin may help slow or even prevent processes that lead to Alzheimer's. It reduces inflammatory proteins, decreases the buildup of beta-amyloid plaques, one of the disease's key markers, and protects against oxidative stress that prematurely ages the brain. But for it to work, curcumin needs to be absorbed properly. That only happens when it's combined with two allies, a healthy fat like coconut oil or extra virgin olive oil, and a pinch of black pepper. This combo increases its bioavailability by up to 2,000%. In other words, it transforms this powerful root into a natural medicine for the brain. It douses the hidden fire that slowly burns the brain. And, like any good cleanup, it brings lightness, clarity, and space for memory to bloom again. Now that we've calmed the internal fire, let's open the brain's pathways. The next supplement boosts circulation in the brain, bringing oxygen, energy, and clarity where they're needed most. Supplement for ginkgo. Biloba, picture your brain as a brightly lit city. Each thought is a bulb, each memory a lit street. Now imagine what happens when the power, the blood, doesn't flow properly. The lights go out, connections slow. The mind dims little by little. That's why ginkgo biloba is so valuable. This ancient plant, used in traditional medicine for centuries, can boost blood flow in the brain. That means more oxygen, more nutrients, more life reaching the places your mind needs to stay sharp. Ginkgo works especially well in areas responsible for attention, short-term memory, and focus. It's like opening inner highways, helping essentials get where they need to go. And when the brain receives what it needs, it responds with more clarity, faster thinking, better awareness. Many older adults report that after starting ginkgo, they feel present again. They follow conversations more easily, remember where they left their glasses, and retain new information with less effort. And that's not magic. That's natural science in action. But a heads up, because ginkgo increases circulation, it can interfere with blood thinners, so always consult your doctor before starting. If blood can't get there, memory fails. Ginkgo helps open the way. And now that the paths are clear, let's move to the final pillar of brain protection, the mineral that helps the brain relax, reorganize, and renew during deep sleep. It's time to talk about magnesium. Supplement 5. Magnesium. The mind's relaxation key. There are nights when your body lies down, but your mind doesn't stop. Thoughts loop endlessly. Memories feel jumbled. Restlessness takes over. And when sleep finally arrives, it's shallow, broken, unable to truly restore the brain. Often the missing piece is a crucial mineral, magnesium. Magnesium is a natural tranquilizer for the nervous system. It regulates the brain's electrical impulses, helps form neural connections, and, most importantly, prepares body and mind for deep rest, the kind of rest that not only recharges you, but also cleans and reorganizes your brain from within. Without deep sleep, the brain can't clean itself. Without cleaning, toxins build up, connections wear down, and clarity is lost. Magnesium, especially in bisglycinate form, which is highly absorbable and gentle on the gut, acts like a key that turns off restlessness and unlocks restorative sleep. People low in magnesium often report insomnia, irritability, brain fog, and even memory lapses. But once their levels are restored, many report deeper sleep, less anxiety, and a clearer mind in the morning. Think of magnesium as a quiet gardener. It doesn't shine or call attention, But at night, it works silently, watering the mind, trimming excess and preparing the soil so the day's memories can organize and grow. Now that you know the 5 supplements that nourish, protect, and strengthen your brain, let's talk about what to avoid. Because just as important as what you add is what you choose to leave off your plate. First, a loving and responsible reminder: no supplement replaces proper medical care. What we share here are natural supports that can complement but never substitute. Professional treatment. If you take medications or have specific health conditions, always consult your doctor before starting any supplement. Another crucial point is dosage. Vitamins like B12, magnesium, and even DHA need to be balanced. Not too much, not too little. And the only way to know that for sure is through testing. Supplementing blindly can be risky. That's why it's best to measure, monitor, and adjust to your real needs. And remember, everything we talked about here can and should also come from whole foods. A diet rich in fish, colorful vegetables, seeds, roots, and fresh ingredients is a true daily medicine for your brain. Supplements are important, but eating with intention is an act of presence, awareness, and self-care. Make that dual effort. Supplement, but also eat wisely. Your brain deserves it. Dementia doesn't begin with a diagnosis. It begins quietly, with small losses, little forgetfulness, subtle signs that modern life teaches us to ignore. But today, you chose to notice, and that's already a powerful step, a sign of strength. Each supplement we shared here is like a seed, a possibility for strength, an invitation to nourish your mind with what it truly needs: structure, circulation, protection, rest, and clarity. But remember, what sustains a garden isn't just the occasional watering, it's steady care, a watchful eye, and the gentle work of cultivation. You can choose. You can start with one supplement. Add a new food, change a habit, improve your sleep, breathe with more awareness. These are small choices but done every day. They keep the garden of your memory alive, blooming and present. Which of these supplements have you heard of? Which one are you thinking of trying? Share with us in the comments. And if this video brought you clarity, like, share, and subscribe to the After 60 channel. Here, your mental health is taken seriously with simplicity, warmth, and honesty. And if you enjoyed these tips, we'll see you in the next video. Until then,